Seve's been having a bit of a lean time of late for him, but surely now he must have a slight scent of victory in his young nostrils.
It was the greatest day of his life, and it was the greatest day of mine 30 years ago. When he finished and gave that fist pump, he looked so happy, and that's the way I want to remember him.
Oh, what ecstasy.
He was my boss, but he was also a great friend.
A birdie 3, a 69, 12 under par, a total of 276.
I guess it was his destiny to win there. Every big champion has won at St. Andrews. If you win there, nobody's going to forget your name. I always knew, and he always said it was his favorite place in golf to be.
Champion golfer for the year, Seve Ballesteros.
I was the closest man to him that day, and this is my story. You can't say no to the #1 player in the world. I mean, how many chances are you going to get, to work for a #1 guy? I guess he just took a liking to me when I was caddying for Graham Marsh. The first time I heard from Seve's people, February 1st, 1980. So I just started with them in '81. Seve had one of the neatest penmanships of any of my players. Beautiful handwriting. This is when he grabbed me coming off the 18th green. We were both so happy.
I think he enjoyed that one. That's fantastic stuff.
It was good times. Most of it was good times. Well, we were two different type personalities. He was a hothead, and I was more a controlled fella. Yeah. And so we actually matched up very well, and I've been told that by a number of people. I was out there to calm him down when he got out of line, and I could do that. He had a super short game. He had a touch around the green that, was just as good as Tiger Woods, better than Tigers these days. And he could work the ball both ways. So if he was in trouble, it didn't bother him because he could hook the ball and he could slice the ball.
I told my caddy coming into the 17, then we have to finish 4-4 at least to have a chance. And after I make 4 of the 17, and I saw Watson on the fairway, I say, well, Watson is Watson. I think he's going to make par, so we need the birdie on the last.
I haven't seen this for quite a while. Coming across the Swilcan Bridge at the last, and he said there's going to be a playoff. And I told him right then and there, if we make a birdie, there's going to be no need for a playoff. And that's exactly what happened. I wanted to keep him thinking positive instead of, thinking about a playoff. Okay, walking up the 18th here. We knew we put the ball in good position. It's about 115 yards as I recall. So it's not going to be a full pitching wedge for him. And we want to land it, about 110 because we know we're going to get a little bit of a bounce.
The dust flies. Sweetie.
So we definitely don't want to go long. Keep it under the hole, and that's what he did, about 15 foot there. Uphill putt, little hook, not a tough putt at all. We know we're in pretty good shape after seeing Watson up against the wall on 17, so you don't make many pars from where he is. It looked like even a par could win, but birdie for sure would do it. And it was a putt that anybody could read. It's just a little hook up the hill. So it was just outside the hole, and it broke in there and hung on the right lip for about 2 or 3 seconds before it dropped in.
This for a 3. And he's yes, and it's
And I knew it couldn't stay out because, you know, gravity had to make it fall in, and it finally did. Yeah. Oh yeah, it grabbed me around the neck and started squeezing me. I knew that was a good thing. 3 or 4 guys had a chance to win, and Seve won. So I guess it was his destiny to win there.
The paddock was, you know, so-so, not too bad. I just nearly missed it, you know? And that was a great pad.
Champion golfer for the year, Seve Ballesteros.
After we won, he took me in the clubhouse, and caddies aren't supposed to win there, but he had me around the neck, so he was taking me. So they wanted to take a few pictures, so they went up on the 2nd floor balcony, which overlooks the first tee, and they had champagne there, so we had our champagne. And yeah, that was a good time. I think I was the only caddy ever up there on the 2nd floor balcony drinking champagne. He loved being himself, I think, you know. He loved what he was doing, and it was fun to be with him. Huge loss for golf. Even if he wasn't playing good, just him being around. I see him as a swashbuckling guy, yeah, who wasn't afraid to challenge anything and wasn't afraid of anybody. Well, when he held that putt on 18 and gave that big fist pump, that's the way I want to remember him.
You think he enjoyed that one?
He was my boss, but he was also a great friend.